Then we have all these parables. Jesus gives us 4 parables. I'm not going to go through each one of them. They're pretty well-known parables, so I think you will probably be familiar with them. So I'm just going to summarize each one really quickly and then talk about what I think it means. Okay, so the thief in the night, that's where Jesus says there was a thief who broke into a house, and if the master had known the thief was coming, he would not have let the thief come in. The master's servants, this is where the master goes away, and he puts one of his servants in charge. The servant doesn't think the master's coming back anytime soon, so he behaves very, very badly. The master comes back unexpectedly and finds the servant being very bad, and punishes him. The 10 virgins. Okay, so this is the story of the 10 virgins waiting for their bridegroom. 5 of the virgins they were prepared. They had oil in their lamps. And so when the bridegroom came, they were able to go immediately into the wedding feast. The other 5 virgins were not ready. They did not have any oil for their lamps. So they had to go and get some oil. And so while they were doing that, the bridegroom came back. So they had already gone into the wedding feast when the other 5 virgins who weren't prepared when they came back, and so they weren't allowed in. Okay, and then the last one is the talents. This is when the master goes away, and he has 3 servants. He gives each of them a different number of talents or money. The first 2 servants, they take the money and they use it wisely. They invest it, so they're able to give it back with interest when the master returns. The third servant is not wise with his money. He hides it, buries it, puts it in a hole. And so he does not use it wisely. And the master is very angry when he comes back and he punishes that servant. Okay, so in every single one of these parables, the master or the bridegroom represents Jesus. And so every one of these parables has the same message, the same takeaway. And that is, you don't know when the master's coming back. So be ready. Have oil in your lamp. Make sure you're ready. Behave. Use the gifts God's given you. Use it wisely. Be ready. Okay, be prepared. So that's why Jesus tells all these parables, because he's just given the same point over and over and over again. You got to be prepared. Okay, then he finishes up with this. I want to say one more thing. Okay, so there's only one scripture that I want to read, a verse from. This is from the last parable about the talents. And it says, Jesus says, now after a long time, the master of those slaves came and settled accounts with them. So this is the only time in any of those parables we have like a timing phrase. So I just want to point out the difference between all the stuff Jesus was saying before, when he's saying, okay, this is going to happen in your generation. It's going to happen immediately. And now he says, after a long time. So just a little note. I wanted to point out the difference in the language.